There we are. And off we go. I think I'm ready to just dance the turn, right? Good to me. Oh my word. Oh. Took a short video of the crabs and elephants. Okay, so there's robotics, there's wormholes, and the future sea text. I'll go ahead and grab wormholes now and get that whole funky glitchy thing showing. It's not terribly impressive to see, but it is definitely something that makes a mistake in the game. Lots of celebration messages. I got the Sensorium finished last turn. How is the planet looking? Ugh, not so good over there. Yeah, I've got to do something about that. Holy crap. That did retreat slightly, but much. Damn. Alright, so now that I've completed the Sensorium, I have this very clearly labeled indicator of when a city has grown. I can tell that its happiness is not the right number. And as such, yeah. Basically, the city has grown to where its entire land is being used, and then it gains another pop, and by default it puts it into Entertainer. So, yeah, I know that these 93s mean I've got extra people that I can shunt off to Laborer or some other specialty. I can shift them over. Oh, man. Hot damn. So, I think Kyoto's fusion plant in particular is probably worth rush buying. I will do so. I think I'll do Satsuma's as well if I can afford that one too. Alright. We'll see what effect that has on the pollution, because it needs to be brought back down. Totally needs to be brought back down. It's just this is insane.
Building complete.
Yes, I've discovered wormholes. My cities now look like Diamond Age cities, because indeed we are now in the Diamond Age. Whatever happened to the Genetic Age? Kinda skipped that one. And now, yeah, the two things that wormholes leads to are more sapper techs, more obsolescences. Alien archaeology kills Edison's Lab, Hollywood, the Agency, Internet, Contraception, and Genome Project. I have all 6 of these. And cloaking kills Globesat and Dinosaur Park. I have both of those. So my choice... Yeah, and robotics, of course, kills Galileo's telescope in London Exchange. So my choice is or death. I'll have the chicken, then. That's just the way this works. Yes. Global... Yes, I actually should not have deleted that message so quickly. I expected that to be another one of the city ones. It was, yeah. I suppose you could go back and view it on the VOD, but yeah, basically saying that the environment cannot continue to handle what mankind is throwing at it, and that global disasters are imminent. You have led the world into a new era of scientific and cultural thought. Our people marvel at the wonders of the Diamond Age. Some way, somehow, we managed to totally skip the Genetic Age. So here's my monument screen, as we last saw it. Fully decked out for the end of the modern era, waiting for the Genetic Age to begin. Oops. Yeah, I will not be prompted for this ever again. Supposed to be a whole set of genetic options and then a whole set of Diamond Age options, but nope, I wanted to put off robotics as long as possible, and they didn't set up their prerequisites correctly. So, yeah. Oops. 7 turns. You said 9 last turn. Crap. That's not good. I even, like, bought eco-transits and stuff. No, I bought fusion plants. So what's it looking like in Kyoto right now? Still heavy, but the number went down significantly. I don't even have the workday maxed out either. Well, I've got 3 fusion plants that are going to be finished in a turn. My worst offenders among my cities. So hopefully we can still recover from this. Yes, my monuments will forevermore be anachronisms. Indeed. Okay. Future C4. Select a monument to upgrade. Oh yeah, it actually will do this for me. Our wealth rises on the tide of your intelligence. We honor you with a summer palace. This is a Genetic Age monument. I will get the remainder of... That's right. I will get the remainder of the Genetic Age monuments. You will never see the Diamond Age monuments this game. Which is what I'm in. The Diamond Age monument screen looks very different. It is actually a space station, and I will give you a glimpse of that space station because there's a little Easter egg I can show off during the end credits so you can see it. But there won't be any actual monuments on it. I apologize for that. But that's just the way that this game was designed. That is the glitch. I'm getting Genetic Age monuments during the Diamond Age. I never got to see Diamond Age city icons. And, yeah, I will never get Diamond Age monuments. They just done screwed that up. Also, do not enter. Little sign there. Okay. Yeah, it's getting to the point where I need to check this. Oh, Edison's Lab gave that to me. Nice. I'm really not liking what I'm seeing here. Oh, the dead tiles. 7. It's only barely starting to stabilize, and the numbers are only getting worse. Well, no, the fusion plants are... Okay, eco-transits are starting to come in now, too. Okay. Let me see. It's minus 200. Yeah, the city will actually cease to pollute entirely once the eco-transit is done. That will, in fact, cover it. Alright. I think I can pull it back from the brink here. Yeah, once this production is done, it's definitely going to be time to get the public works going again. Okay. Ooh! The Koreans got explosives. Which queue is that? Edmonton? Yeah, I'm gonna stop, like, looking at all of those. Oh, that is just... That is terrible. Well, Kyoto is no longer polluting. No longer polluting at all. You can see total city pollution is actually listed as -30 right now. The eco-transit recycling plant, yeah. The cleaners are more than enough for the polluters. So they have removed themselves from the equation. They are no longer a polluting city at all. They were my worst offender. Still going down. Still 7 turns. Keeping pace. I got 3 more eco-transits ready to be finished. This is looking doable. This is looking like I can save things. Also, oh wait, hold on. I got 92s. I should be selling more happiness buildings actually. Let's take a merchant. If I can't have a laborer yet. Okay, Edmonton. Oh, let's take a peek at this. A fusion plant. And then, transit.
Construction started.
Trying to fight the pollution. Got an oil refinery here. Recycling plant after. Let me swap the order of those. And then,
Construction started.
after we've built the oil refinery, let's go eco-transit. Let's do it that way. Okay. Responsible production. Build this production queue, but then seed the cleaners into it. Recycling plant before the oil refinery. And let's do the eco-transit after. Okay. This is looking set. That's a nice chunk of production, but my word. Okay, so 91 happiness is a bit large. So how's about we start selling off other happiness buildings? And if I could see what their maintenance costs were, the cathedral would be the worst of them. Well, actually, the drugstore would be the worst of them, but since that's also a production building, I'm not getting rid of those. I will be selling off my cathedrals. City by city. I will keep the temples and colosseums. Colosseum? I think it's colosseums. In fact, I think we looked that up already. And, I'm going to build a cathedral in the Sea Colony, but I can't have a temple or a coliseum there, so essentially that's to, make up for those. Yeah, I just did that one. That would be a good time to sync up, if you need to. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of selling off of no longer needed buildings. And I, of course, never built the body exchanges in the first place. They're very expensive and totally unnecessary. just one of those things that needs to happen. We're going to play the game efficiently, I'm afraid. It's so weird that this is a strange amount of money you get from these. I think we had no Colosseum here. No, yeah, no cathedral there. Okay. No? Wow. Okay. Yeah, the cathedral should be providing 3 happiness to each of these cities. To these 91s. There are other sources of unhappiness. There could be war discontent, for example. So I don't mind having a little bit of a buffer, but I don't need this much. Cathedrals. I should have done this last turn, I think. You can only sell 1 building in a city a turn anyway. But yeah, somewhere, somehow, in the break, I kind of forgot to, after selling the hospitals, to go back and get the cathedrals the following turn. My mistake. Yes, yes indeed. War discontent. Yeah, I know, right? Nope, looks like I never built it there. Nope. Looking like the remaining cities aren't going to have them. Oh, there's one. Okay. 88s, 87s. In 83 here. It would imply that they are missing something. Yep, they have no Colosseum. Let's finish the recycling plant and then go ahead and stick that in there. You are at 91, which implies you have a cathedral, and I skipped you entirely. Oh. Weird. You have entertainers. Here we go. You have 90 happiness. You also have entertainers. Aha! Some merchants instead. Then we have, some of the cities that haven't gotten around to that sort of thing yet. Nagoya has to, use a drugstore and a cathedral in order to, make it happen for them. I will, add that in there. That's when it will be most useful. Nagoya about to grow again. I will, of course, have them use the whale at that point. I have a good chunk of money here now. Edmonton's fusion plant. Let me quickly check. Ah, Arcus! Hey, good to see you here. I have got to get those. Yeah, Edmonton is the worst right now, and then Benin. Okay. Saying 7 turns. Let's get Edmonton's fusion plant bought. Bang. A lot of cathedrals went into that. Benin's about to build a recycling plant. Let me actually, in their case, give them their eco-transit before the oil refinery. Do they already have a nuclear plant? Well, at least they've got that going for them. Okay. Alright. Take care, Jesendar. Catch you next time. We are going to... We're going to end the turn here now. Oh, man, I really do need to get Public Works going. But I need all these other things I'm building. Aren't you cute? You... Man. Let it get pretty bad, but... Getting cleaned up. It is getting cleaned up. Just chunked down, but it's still saying 6 turns here. Another eco-transit coming. Ato's got a fusion plant that I will speed up. Edmonton's eco-transit. Oh, I can't afford that one. Oh, let's just scroll down here real quick. Place. They do not have an eco-transit or a fusion plant yet.
Construction started.
Fix that.
Construction started.
Okay. Alright, you know what? Let me check one other thing. I'm feeling generous. Oh, it's not like the other cities are a big factor anyway. No, it's pretty much all on me right now. Magnuson! Good to see you here. Pretty well. Pretty well. We are in the Diamond Age now. We skipped the Genetic Age entirely. We're getting Genetic Age monuments in the monument screen, not Diamond Age, because, well, that's the glitch I kept talking about. We are, still keeping lots of Wonders of the World active. Researching future techs instead to keep that the case. I have had a massive pollution problem. Kind of a big one. I really need to get trying to fix that. Edmonton is working 2 dead tiles right now. I keep forgetting to... Yeah, it's they will actually keep working the dead tiles if you don't tell them to switch off. So, that was a mistake on my part. Need them to hurry up and finish building what it is that they are building now. That I can get them to building public works, so that I can start fixing this mess. Among many other very valuable things. Ugh. Got ugly. Yeah, it is all over the place right now, but I'm trying to keep the planet together. Trying to keep it in one piece. Gotta pay more attention to where the notifications come up. Wupon does not have a factory. Alright. You should really should build that first. I think I'm going to start insisting on those. Ato's fusion plant will be in a turn. Mexico's nuclear plant. Let's see. Oh! There we go. There's a city with a problem. Oh, is it going to be that far away? Then let's put the recycling plant in front. Ugh. In fact, I'll put the eco-transit in there too. There we go. Yes, the pollution is just seen right now. Pollution is real. Okay. Next turn, please. Edison's lab has triggered again. Alright. For C6, please. Edmonton, I should double check. See if they are working a dead time. Damn it! Stop that. There's nothing for you there. Yet. We killed it. Killed it dead. Montreal's incubation. Okay. All of the worst cities have been dealt with. But I just have so many of them. Okay. That went back the other way. That went back the other way. we are getting there. We are getting there. Edmonton and Elephantine are the worst right now. Edmonton by far. Gonna have it in two. They're gonna have it in 2 turns. I can wait 2 turns. I don't have to rush by. I'd rather rush by some like Ato's, which is gonna take 5. Pyros will take 3. I can squeeze that in too. Alright. I'm going to save this planet. I'm going to save it. Someone probably wants me to renew the please don't pirate agreement. I'm guessing that's what this is. Yep. Except, matter of fact, I'm going to about face, as it were. Oh, whoa, that's not what I want to do. That would be incredibly hypocritical. Okay, they accept that. I will chat with the Koreans, too. I'm going to ask them to stop trespassing. I'm going to ask you to not pirate. Okay. I got one thing for you here. I am going to let you have conservation. For what little it helps. Just by giving it to them, I have immediately cut their pollution output in half. And I think I'm going to do the same for the Canadians and the Incans, actually. For what little it helps. That, and they could actually build recycling plants, and those can actually work toward getting the overall pollution on the planet reduced. They can actually shrink the buildup that is accumulated. So getting them on that will help. And yes, the Incans, who I'm not sure I've even ever talked to it. Oh yeah, I remember your ugly face. Here. Have conservation. There we go. But everybody has it now. Everyone can build recycling plants. And that should also help. pull the planet back from the brink. Man, Edison's lab is on a roll here. Just barreling through. Alright, I should not be getting any more pollution at most of these cities. Most of these cities that have been generating these dead tiles should stop doing so. Because they are actually generating zero pollution since they've got all the cleaners built. Edmonton, Elephantine. A lot of the really big numbers are going down. Okay. What happens is a number of global disasters. Well, first off, there's the local effect. If a city is generating too much pollution for too long, then the environment around it starts dying off, and you get these dead tiles which generate no resources whatsoever and require an unpleasant amount of public works to clean up and make useful again. As far as the global aspect of it is concerned... Oops, not where I want to look. Yeah, this gauge right here shows how much everyone's been producing over the last 20 turns. Pretty bad. And this is the global buildup here. And this is, at the current rate of pollution, how many turns it would be until the next global disaster occurs. Now, none have occurred yet. The first one that would occur would cause flooding. Coastal flooding. Some of the tiles on the edges will just go away, and some will become, shall we say, a bit worse. Like grassland or plains might become swamp. Things will essentially start being less pleasant. And indeed, it is entirely possible for a coastal city to just up and suddenly vanish. It just completely gets flooded into non-existence. That's bad, and I don't want that to happen. From that point on, that's only the first global disaster that will occur. You can continue to get more. Future global disasters beyond that would result in widespread drying of the planet, essentially. Dead tiles will just start spawning everywhere, just scatter all over the place. Grasslands will start turning to plains, plains into deserts, deserts into tundra. Things will just start getting worse. It'll affect maybe, like, I want to say around 15% of the tiles on the map. The worst ones will just plain become dead. Other ones will become drier than they were. And that process will just keep on going until the problem is solved. Yes, very, very bad. Very much to be avoided. That would be an atrocity. Okay, as much as I love some of these wonders and would like to get them built, it is time for me to get some infrastructure. Holy crap. So I am going to do exactly that. Kyoto, actually, you know what? Keep the laborers. That's how much I need. Keep the laborers. You're not polluting anymore. You can't pollute anymore. You have, between your recycling plant, your eco-transit, your fusion plant, and your nuclear plant, you have minus 550% pollution production. And with the things that are adding to pollution, that only adds up to a total of 500%, so you cannot possibly pollute anymore. I just want you to have as much production as you can. Just crank it up. I will start getting 90? Oh, okay. Laborer, please. I will start getting public works again. Much needed. Alright, McCurdy, what do you need? Looks like you are missing... Okay. Mostly production stuff. Yeah. Let me load that queue. But I will put the recycling plant in first, and the eco-transit in before the oil refinery, which is easily the worst offender. Okay. Sneak here. Ooh, they're like missing the basic gold buildings here. Let me get the production angle dealt with first. Recycling plant here. Eco-transit here. Okay. That should do. Oh, man. Yeah, next turn.
Vending complete.
No new pollution notifications, that bodes well. Edmonton, yes, eco-transits are getting finished. Great. Why do I keep clicking on library? That's not the one. Still have 3 cities over 3 digits. Montreal, Cusco, and McCurdy. Montreal is the worst. Let me take a quick peek at those. Montreal is working on a recycling plant. Let's move the oil refinery into after the eco-transit. Actually, let's move it to after the nuclear plant. Nah, that won't be necessary. Okay, Montreal, Cusco. Okay, good. And McCurdy. Way down here. Alright, that's good enough. Happiness in Cities, 88, 87s. Okay, Edmonton. Like you are missing science buildings. You have no recycling plant? Well, that's getting
Construction
built.
started.
Now, how did I manage that? That they have an eco-transit, but not a recycling plant? How did I screw that up? Oh, dear. What am I putting in the queue after that? I believe I don't have, They obviously have a television, but not even a bank? Man.
Construction started.
That's a freezing.
Construction started.
Do those. Memphis. Incubation Center. And, you do have a recycling plant and an eco-transit. Okay, great. What am I going to put in your queue after that? Looks like you have no science buildings whatsoever. Well, let me add the House of Freezing first, and then I'll give you those science buildings. That would be Academy,
Construction
Publishing House,
started.
University,
Construction started.
nope, Computer Center, and Biomemory Chip. There we go.
Construction started.
You should be able to fly right through those. Fly right through those. Okay. I have 2,996 public works. Time to start updating and upgrading things. Starting with Nagoya. Thank you very much. Yep, you are indeed working the whale now. Mega undersea mines. Minimum cost 2,200 public works. But yeah, it's going to be more on a rift, 2,400, and the most on a mountain, 2,800. Excuse me, a volcano. Bang! Yes, Nagoya. is going to be by far the biggest production city on the planet. You think Kyoto's 3135 right now is good? Oh, you haven't even begun to see what's going to happen in Nagoya. They are just getting started. Okay, yes, I want to get Nagoya up to par as quickly as I can. So they are going to be getting
Building complete.
most of the public works to start with here. Future C8, it only goes up to 10. Before long, I'm going to have to cause something to dismantle. Make one of my wonders expire. Wasting no time. Putting this right onto the other. Other one there. Yeah, chances are the first one that I break is in fact going to be robotics. Simply because at that point it will allow me to build automated fisheries and mega mines to make the most out of my public works on the land. It also makes the robotic plant available, which does have a pollution penalty in it, but I'm going to be able to handle that now. I will be able to endure that. That will not be an issue. And that will get the whole production angle going up again. And that is what leads to the most other techs. That is the biggest bottleneck that I am staring down right now. Vancouver has absolutely nothing there to build whatsoever. They are caught up. Infrastructure, please. I need more. I would like to get those wonders built eventually, but they can wait. They can wait. Alexandria. Same boat. Great. Cities are actually finishing with productions. It's fantastic. Infrastructure, please. Oryx here. Oh, okay. We got some other things to build here. Let us load up the production queue. But I will intersperse cycling plant to the front and eco-transit before oil refinery. That should cover that. Okay. Things looking good in the Venus department. Montreal really needs to get that taken care of. Checking the ranking here. 9 turns to next disaster. Is getting better. On the brink, but I can fix this. I can fix this. Nagoya is starting to pollute. And I don't think that they can build a recycling center. I don't think they can build a recycling plant underwater. Oh, they can. Okay, excellent. After a drugstore, cathedral... Oh yeah, the oil refinery is going to wait. Recycling plant. That'll negate the penalty for the oil refinery before it even comes up.
Construction started.
Because I can't build a... wait a minute, what am I saying? Oh, that's totally not a thing. Yeah, let's put the eco-transit in front of that, too. Getting a little sensitive about that. And their production is going to go through the roof here. Okay. I want to... Yeah, let's rush by that drugstore. Okay. Next turn, please. Whoa! That's not good. No. No, please, don't do that. Oh, my word. You're just working a bunch of mines and have nothing else. Hey, Cairo, don't be such a hog. Oh, Alright, guess Cairo's going to, get a... Huh. Yeah, glaciers provide nothing. Wow. I'm better off having another laborer than I am the, one working the tundra. This is what I need the public works for. This is what I need it for. Alright, Alexandria. You can use that. How are Alexandria and Cairo now? Cairo is okay. Alexandria still isn't. Holy crap. Alright, Cairo. I'm gonna have to start using my public works here. Because this is a problem. There we go. Cairo in 61 turns. They're very slow, but they are no longer starving. What's Kopan doing? And they're a little behind, too. Why are they not using these beautiful tiles down here? I'm not in range of any other... Why are they in the... Oh, because the Koreans keep running through the land and... dislodging them all on me. That's why. Damn it. How frickin' annoying is that? Okay. Next turn. Lots of 88s and 87s. Okay, next turn. I will upgrade the bridge. Under your rule, we have seen the finest scientific minds born, grow old, and die. Now, with this cloning center, we will never need to lose another of our living treasures. Yes, another genetic age monument. Koreans, I have had it with you. I have so totally had it with you. This looks complete. Yep. Volcano without Mega Undersea Mine, 45 production. Volcano with Mega Sea Mine, 195 production. That Mega Sea Mine adds 150 production to the volcano. That's out of a single tile. Out of one. And it's also providing another 15 gold, too. That's up to 25. So, yeah. Kinda good, isn't it? That's kinda very good. Well, Nagoya needs to get some food going. As a matter of fact, it's tempting to actually get robotics to fix that before I start buying a bunch of fisheries. I will buy one. I will put it there. You are totally needed. So, well, obviously we have a food problem down here, so let me invest more public works into fixing that. Terraforming is what we need here. Let's get rid of these dead tiles, these tundra, definitely this frickin' glacier tile here, otherwise useless. I have enough public works to flip this plains to a grassland. I'll invest in that too. And the rest is going to have to wait a turn. So that will help get things going over there. Okay, Osaka is now building nothing. Probably because they've got nothing else of value to build. Indeed. More infrastructure! It's finally happening! It's going to happen. Big time. Yes. You are all set too. More infrastructure. Addis Ababa. Time to apply all that production you have towards cleaning up the mess you made. And then some. Next turn. Ugh. Yes, I will refrain from piracy. You're not doing trade anyway, so I don't know why you care. Okay. I now have 13,243 public works. It's like a good number, I think. I am going to spend... I don't care what terrain types they were. I am turning all the dead tiles into grassland. Because at this point, it's mainly food that I want. I want cities to grow. It's going to reach the point eventually where I would be perfectly happy just getting my production out of laborers. I won't even need it out of the land anymore. In some cities, anyway. Quite a few of them. And there's one down here in Memphis. Okay, so that is every dead tile that I generated tagged to be changed back into a grassland. It will take a number of turns. I still have some public works left this turn. Let's see. Where can I apply that? I could get rid of this tundra tile here. That's unpleasant gunk that can be dealt with. What are? Oh, you are actually a grassland. You just have lots of white around you. Okay. So there is that. Your other undersea mine has been finished. So Nagoya should be in much better shape now. Yes, 1,849 production out of a city of size 3. Yeah, they've already got their pollution numbers up quite a bit. The cathedral will be enough for them to start celebrating. That can double their growth rate, and the next things I have in their queue will get rid of the pollution. Actually, the recycling plant will eliminate all that they're generating completely. The eco-transit will mean that once the oil refinery is finished, it will still be 0. Works for me. I think I will keep it that way. Keep it from getting up in the first place. I seem to have another entertainer here in Ottawa. Switch them over to a merchant. Since I apparently don't even have a factory here in Ottawa. Yeah, I don't even have a mill. Mill, factory, recycling plant, eco-transit. Station center, oil refinery. Nuclear plant. Fusion plant. There they all are. Get them up to snuff, as it were. Okay, I don't have any 89s hiding in there, do I? Oh, okay, good. Let me do a pollution check. Oryx is now my worst city at 113. The numbers are significantly retreating. Yeah, it's plateaued a little, but the turns to next disaster is actually slowly creeping up. I'm happy for that. This is looking good. Got another eco-transit coming in Cusco and in Montreal. As a matter of fact, I don't want to wait. Rush by those. And a recycling plant in Machu Picchu. Planting Yeah, let's go ahead and buy that fusion plant too. That'll help. A number of cities building oil refineries. Let me make sure that, yeah, you know what? I'm going to put eco-transits in front of oil refineries. I want to play it safe at this point. Should already have a recycling... What the hell? How long ago did I make this queue? There we go. I would rush by that if I had the money for it right now, but I spent it on other things. And you two, huh? Okay. There we go. We gotta save the planet. Trying to be an environmentally conscious corporate republic. I don't want to give up my production boost just yet. It's far too important. Uh-oh. C9. I'm not going to be able to do that for much longer. Oh, that's the same message as last time. The Earth cannot tolerate man's continued pollution. Global warming is imminent. We're getting closer to it anyway. It keeps hovering on the cusp. Nagoya? Right. But I'm about to deal with that. About to deal with you. Incidentally, my score is also skyrocketing here because how much pollution you're generating is factored in. All I have to do, though, is get that erased, and we're fine. Okay. Nagoya is probably going to need... Let me see how fast they're growing now. Where are they? Down near the bottom. Oh, it's just a couple turns and they'll have another... Okay, So for their next 2 pop, we put that there and this here. There we go. So that's them for the moment. Kopan looks really unpleasant right now. Still, the useless tiles are the ones I most want to clean up. Lefantine, yeah. Is that a polar hill or that is just a glacier? Okay, I don't care about the listening post, so I will just turn that into a grassland. These look like polar hills. Yeah, they are. They are in fact hills rather than just yeah, they generate no food at all, though. You know what? I don't even need the extra production. I'm not even sure I care about the mines from those. There's no difference between a polar mountain, a desert mountain, or a mountain. When it comes to their resources, none of them will produce food. It makes no difference. But when it comes to hills, there is a difference between your standard hill and the polar or desert hill, and that's the 5 food that they would otherwise generate. You get no food out of polar hills or desert hills, but you do out of ordinary hills. And you do still get a production boost out of mines that you put in a hill. So, when it comes to the polar hills and the desert hills, I'm a little more willing to terraform them. And under the circumstances, I think I'm actually perfectly willing to do this and just throw... Do I really want to throw away the mines? I don't think I want to... Yeah, you know what? I'll keep the mines. But I am willing to dismiss these rails temporarily. Change those into food-bearing tiles. Cairo has some glacier over here. That's in its radius. Giza is like all the glacier. Yeah, you can get up to there. Okay. Giza is currently being worked by 4 total morons. There we go. You get 0 resources out of those tiles, so stop trying. Idiots. Okay. Elephantine. Looks like you are going to be joining the infrastructure crew. Indeed you are. Okay. Great. Good. Thought so. I still have like a 1,000. I have not built mines on either of these polar hills. So I think those I am actually going to change into grassland. That's also going to kill a railway, but that's alright. I can build maglevs anyway. Eventually, I'm going to... yes, exactly. you predicted what I was going to say, Courtier, yes. Going to replace the rails with maglevs as well. Okay.
Building complete.
Here's the turn count. 442. I will hit the limit before 500. I think on this difficulty it's like 480 something? 470? Not sure. It's not going to be much longer. I can tell right now this game is not going to end this week. But it is definitely going to end next week. There's no doubt about that. There isn't going to be much left for me to do. Anyway. Basically just going to be me getting all sorts of science and growing things and then finishing the Alien Life project. It's pretty much what that boils down to. Okay. The dead tiles are still present. These glaciers have been dried out, though. That's nice. And I have a better option than the advanced farms that you saw there. I think it was, what technology did give me hydroponic farms, anyway? I'll just look that up real quick. Tile improvements. Spelled correctly here, yes, smart materials. Plus 25 food. They're the prototypes, as it were. Now, you can also upgrade, you know, farms or advanced farms that you already have. You do not save public works. It costs you the same amount. However, you do get the upgraded farm available the very next turn. Just like roads and rails before. Farms to advanced farms. So I can totally do this. They're going to starve for a turn. You're in range of Pusan, okay. They do not get the food from that farm for that turn. But starting from the following turn, yeah, much, much better. Hopefully I can start getting these cities not looking so good in better shape. Oh, man. Checking the list. Montreal as an extra entertainer. Let's have a laborer instead. Okay. Nagoya, my pet project at the moment, will be finishing its recycling plant next turn. It will also be growing a pop next turn. This is going to be good. Going to be very, very good. No merchant here because Nagoya can't build a marketplace. Mind you, they can build a bank, and that will give you access to merchants as well. That's exactly why they did it, so that 2 separate buildings will provide that for you. But money is not what I need out of that city right now. Mind you, they are getting a decent amount, because the mines will do that. Okay, no, I'm gonna wait on that. I could build another set of maglevs somewhere, I suppose. Tiles that are already grassland. Like so. There we go. Okie doke. Give me just a moment. I want to grab a quick bite of something. I'll be only a minute. Bring this over here. I should put an image of Larry Kubiak over the camera that says "Eat now." Then I'm blanking it to grab something to munch on. I can totally end my turn.
Building complete.
Empty queues. Okay. Let me do a quick pollution check. Oryx is still the worst. Double check on them in particular. 5 turns. Four planets on the ropes. I really need to get on top of that. The 3 worst are Oryx, Giza, and Calgary. Oryx, Giza, and Calgary. Here's Oryx, about to finish a recycling plant. Okay. Let me move the eco-transit up. Be next. Incubation center can go in after. Where's Calgary? Probably the same boat, right? Recycling plant. Okay, but you are set up the way I want you to be. Okay. Was it Giza? Did I remember that correctly? Oops. That's alright. Yes, it is Giza. Alright, I can put the camera back on now, too. Okay. Oh, I got this. I got this. I totally got this. There are multiple ways I can solve this problem. I guarantee you I got this. They are making television soon to be followed with an airport, which is only going to make things worse. Cycling plant eco-transit. How did I let it go that long? Okay. Here we go. 4 turns to your recycling plant? No, I say 1 turn. You're about to finish an oil refinery. Let me make absolutely certain that you already have... Okay, yes you do. You are probably generating no pollution at all right now. Indeed not. And you have a very small amount once you do get the oil refinery, which will then vanish, will then significantly be reduced once you finish the nuclear, and then the fusion will be gone completely. Okay, that'll be alright. That's going to be okay. Ibadan. What have we got here? A lack of science buildings. Oh, and a lack of production buildings, too. Okay. So I guess you're not polluting either. Oh, right, the airport. Okay. So let's do this. Recycling plant first. That'll set you back to 0. Mill, factory. Factory will bump you up again. Eco-transit back to 0. And from there, we can do the big ones. Incubation center.
Construction started.
Oil refinery will be safe at that point. Nuclear plant, fusion plant.
Construction started.
Okay.
Construction started.
Here we go. And you can have that recycling plant now. Next turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that for you. You have less happiness than a lot of the other places. Now, why is that? Missing a building or something? Yeah, you have no Colosseum. Not that you actually need it at the moment, but I would feel better having the buffer. So let me go ahead and put that into your queue. And from there, it looks like, yeah, just the high-end science and research buildings. House of Freezing, Computer Center, Biomemory Chip.
Started. Construction started.
Another city building an oil refinery. Did I already? No, I didn't. I could have sworn that I'd... Alright. Now we'll rush by that. This is not the manner in which I wanted to make this game exciting. Okay, Nagoya is up to size 4 now. Yeah, Rift Tile, 25 production, 5 gold. With the mine, 145 production, 20 gold. It's not quite as good as it would be on a volcano, but still well worth it. But I'm going to put it there. Get them growing faster. Okay, 88s and 87s. Oh, we got a 90. Okay. Montreal's about to have an oil refinery. They apparently already have both cleaners. Okay. Just making sure they're generating no pollution right now. Okay. Starting to look good. 5 turns. Yeah, if I fail to pull this back and I see that it's got 2 turns to go, then I'll probably just end up changing governments then. Should be alright. Should be good. Okay. Dead tiles still haven't been cleaned up yet. Oh. It's, before I forget, put you in. I realize that isn't a radius. Giza is huge and has no place to put its people. Let's start getting rid of some more of this glacier. All over the place. It's like it just barely misses the mountains in its city radius. It's like all glacier, the poor thing. Let's get rid of some of this tundra here. That one. At this point, I'm not even willing to change these plains tiles. Run them in the grassland. Alright, that's my public works for the turn. Cleaned up the muck. Got a little bit more rails going. Oh, yeah, I can finish the maglevs here. Okay. Before long, I'm going to end up resetting my trade routes, too. Some of them might be better. Might not have to go over these, etc. Well, pollution has 2 effects on the people in a city. The first is that the more pollution is in the air, the less happy they are. It has a happiness effect. So if it gets bad enough, your cities can actually start rioting. Or even revolt. But the Sensorium Wonder prevents that from being a thing. I am no longer getting unhappiness based on pollution at all. The other thing, of course, is that, well, if too much of it builds up in a city, it can generate a dead tile, and a dead tile doesn't generate any resources at all, and so that limits your options for your population. But yeah, as far as the individual, like, the overall health of a people is concerned, that's really not so much a factor in the game except through unconventional warfare, that there is a unit called the Infector that they can use to make a city sick. And that is going to hopefully not be an issue this game. I don't think any players are close to being able to send Infectors against me, and I'll probably have the immunity chip Wonder built before that can even be a thing. So, I'm not concerned about that. Good questions, though. Very good questions. The pollution is going to... Before the end of this game, there will be no pollution at all anywhere on the planet. I can promise you this. That is going to totally be a thing. But for the time being, I want to stomach it just a little bit longer. I swear I can fight it back. Lots of buildings completed. Going straight to this. Yep, it has gone down a turn. It is at 6 instead of 5. Right, I was building airports everywhere without building recycling plants first. That was part of the problem. Giza, Montreal, and Cairo are the lowest. Yeah, things are looking a lot better here. One Korean city's not generating any pollution at all. See, just the list of cities I have that are polluting is shrinking significantly. Only smaller ones. Giza, Montreal, and Cairo. Montreal and Cairo. Giza probably has... Yep, I will rush by that. Montreal and Cairo. Where is Cairo? Okay. Let me just make sure that the yeah, recycling. Yeah, they have them already. Okay. 8 turns to the Eco Transit in Tana, 5 in Calgary. Yeah, I think they just started those. I think they just finished recycling plants though. Ado has grown. It's now getting over 6,000 gold a turn. 6,018. I really want to do more for that city. So, how is Nagoya doing? Looking good down there. Okay. They will have their eco-transit done in a turn. I'll put their next unit of pop here. Let me get them, oops, prepped for next one after that. Dun dun dun. Yeah, that's in the city radius. Okay, with those placed, you're good for a little while. Ado looks like it could use some help. It has a bunch of desert hills, but they are all mined at the moment, so I'm sort of okay with that. What I'm not okay with is the rest of this here. Especially that swamp. That is getting drained right now. And, let's get some hydroponics. Oops, not that one yet. Have to go inland first. Here we go. And, well, I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. I'm actually very close to where I'm going to be forced to take another tech. I'll just save the public works and build, this is Ado we're talking about. Nah, I'll wait. There are other places to spend it. I'll just wait until I get automated fisheries. Edmonton. Forests, Addis Ababa. Forests are now subpar. Let me go ahead and cut those down, as it were. And we can put some hydroponic farms in. Alright. Not exactly a lot of rhyme or reason to the order I'm doing it in. Just sort of squeaky wheels approach more than anything else. I have a city with 89 happiness. A laborer instead. That eco-transit finished sooner. Ibadan. Have a laborer yet. Have a merchant instead. Alright. That looks to be the turn. Oops. Hopefully I just did absolutely nothing. Yeah, okay. How is it? Oh, okay.
Building complete.
Got about 20 minutes or so to go. Memory chip, House of Freezing. Good stuff. Edo probably has nothing else left to build. Oh. They have been... Once again, an eco-transit and no recycling plant. Dull.
Construction started.
I will rush by that for you. And let me then give you... production buildings you're missing.
Construction started. Construction started.
You already have a fusion plant and not the... Okay, what the hell did I do in Edo? How on earth did I make that happen? Yeah. Weirdness. Oh well. It's a solved problem now. You do not have research buildings. And you do have everything else, so that's a quick and easy one. Load queue, science. Done. Real quick and easy. Any other cities? Nope, okay. Great. Already spent my money for the turn. As for public works... There you go. That was starting to bug me. How's Giza doing? You ever get those? Nope, not yet, huh? Still working on that. This area got cleared out nicely, though. Here, Copon. Let's drain those swamps for you. Cut down the forests, too. Risatsuma. Clear out that jungle tile. We will be keeping those swamp tiles because of the alligator. And Kyoto can start getting some grassland too. More of it. Okay. Osaka. That one. Obviously we keep those plains tiles. Keep the elephant. Cusco. Oh, this is in range of Peak. Yeah. Got this unpleasant desert. What is under there, anyway? That's just a desert tile, okay. Get the deserts dealt with. Yeah, this orange-brown color is not what I want to see on my land. I want to see green. I want to see green. Doing lots and lots of terraforming. When you're through with that, more terraforming. Okay, looks good. That is how I want things in that city. How are you doing? Okay, you'll grow next turn. Alright. Pollution check. Yes. Giza has dropped off the list entirely. Montreal, Kupisnik, and McCurdy are the worst offenders right now. Technically, the amount of pollution is still increasing, but the amount it's increasing by keeps going down. Give me just a moment here. I think I can end my turn, right? Yeah, let me do that. What, you got nothing to show me? Huh. Alright, Future C10, Mega Undersea... yeah. This is the last Future C tech I'll be able to get, and then I'm going to have to take a Sapper. And I'm going to go ahead and make it robotics at this point. Because, what I'm getting out of Galileo... well, actually, I'm getting nothing out of Galileo's telescope right now. I kind of stopped using that a while ago. And I'll be able to afford the loss of the London Exchange. It's a lot better than shutting off all of those. And that. Yeah, at this point, Dinosaur Park might be almost as valuable if... it's actually, at this point, pretty comparable to the London Exchange. But I will still continue to put it off for as long as I can. Yay! Your genius protects and nourishes our people. Let this hollow fountain stand as a permanent record of your reign. There we go. I do apologize for not being able to show you this game. The Diamond Age monuments. It was either that or show you the glitch, and I can play more efficiently this way, so I'm showing you the glitch. So Nagoya is now up to size 5. It's back on. They have chosen the food place, and I think I concur with this. I don't want to alternate between food and production, I think. Kale has a city clock now, of all things. Let's see. This one would appear to be missing a happiness building. Ah, they have no drugstore. Now, how did I let that happen? Although, under the circumstances, at this point, I think I would actually want to finish the fusion plant first. Sadly enough. So they must actually have an extra building, or an entertainer. Yeah, they do have an entertainer. And they're going to keep it, too. They need it to celebrate. Macaulay must be in a similar boat. They have no aqueduct! Oh, how did that happen? Not that that will add happiness anymore. Coliseum, there we go. And they are apparently... making production. Recycling plant before factory. Eco-transit before oil refinery. Then nuclear plant and fusion plant. There we go.
Construction started.
Hey, aqueduct! I hate that guy! Chimbote is still doing the, yeah. We're going to preempt that airport. You probably have a drugstore. Yeah, it's a Coliseum you're lacking, right? Do it that way.
Construction started.
And then I'll give you the production buildings.
Construction started.
I may have been forgetting to build incubation centers in some of these places. Nuclear plant and fusion plant. There we go.
Construction started.
Think of the song Aqualung? Huh. Cities are the worst? Because that's where I want to focus my funds here. Oops. Third time's the charm. There we go. Montreal, McCurdy, and Oryx. Montreal. Okay. McCurdy. Eco-transit next turn. Okay. Oryx. I will rush by that. There we go. That will be my money for the turn. Okay. It occurs to me that one thing I would like to do... start getting more sea colonies built. I can start accessing the whale... Actually, if I were to build a sea colony right here... that's a double whale. Nagoya can actually send it here. And they won't even overlap. Won't overlap with Calgary? Yeah. Be great. I think I would like to take one of these cities that's building infrastructure. It can be Vancouver. I don't need to defend it anymore. I can just go straight to Sea Engineer.
Construction started.
And then it'll also be worth it to try to get some more... yeah, 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I can add more whale to it. Even squid there as well. Another volcano. I'm not sure how much sprawl I'm actually going to bother to create. If I were trying to really play for a high score, I probably would be wanting to be playing on a larger map in the first place anyhow. But I did at least want to make a decent chunk progress here, a decent run at things. Okay. No, I can't. Oh well. More public works. More muck to clean up. Let's see, down here, that's a desert tile. That's Kupisnik's radius cleaned up. You're in range of Cuzco. Tana, oh my word. Here you go. That desert tile is not changing. Machu Picchu has a desert hiding behind it here. Got some jungle. Okay. Oh, that looks so much cleaner now. That looks so much nicer. We can get rid of these here. Alright. That's our lot for the turn. I got a lot more muck over here too. I prefer to do, generally speaking, the terraforming first, and then add to things. Just because I like to get the land looking a lot less mucky, frankly. Just get it tidied up first. Going long term, essentially.
Building complete.
Even at this stage of the game. Okay. Yet more public works. You are up to size 5 now. You have done 2 food and 3 production, actually. You know what? I think I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You're probably growing real fast anyway. Yep. 2 turns. I don't think it's gonna help. 3,195 production in Nagoya. That is actually more than Kyoto has now. Although it was a lot closer to that number before. Yeah. Just empty out its forests. Looking a lot greener out there. Start putting farms down. That's good for Nagoya. They have 2 more tiles that they can use that are improved. Okay. More terraforming. Let's see. I know I left something undone over here. Yeah, I have a polar hill. Yusan, let's deal with that. This is otherwise looking good. Yep. Deal with that tile. He's starting to show some green. Ever so slightly. It's starting to. Here's a tundra tile I can get rid of. Ruster Mountains there. You know what? Poor Giza. Here you go. I will do those for you now. You will not have to wait for those. Will not have to wait for those at all. Why are you working a glacier? Get off of there. I'll tell you when the land is ready. Okay. Cairo, Pusan. Alright, it's really starting to look like most of the muck has been dealt with. Or is about to be. Machu Picchu still has some plains I can make into grassland. Chimbote up here. Oh! Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. C2B. I mostly just lurk, but I do admire your stream, so here's $3 whole. Hashtag big money. Every little amount matters a lot to me. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Deeply appreciated. It will get put to good use. That will almost certainly see improvement in the stream in some manner. Really hoping to make that capture card happen sooner rather than later. Alright, over here things are still very ugly. Okay, elephant, so I'm not changing that one over, but we can flip you to green. Macaulay. Oh, yeah, we got Jade there, so we're not changing that one. Lots of desert hills. Alright, we're gonna have to wait a turn. If I've already built a mine there, I'll leave the hill, otherwise I will deal with it. Okay. Ottawa. The merchant, please. Cycling plant? Not sure how important it is to buy that one, but afford it at least. Ugh. These eco-transits. Let me do a quick pollution check. Yeah, I have an extra caravan now too. Probably something I can do with it. Damn it, Montreal. Still so bad. It's come down quite a lot. But way down there. Come on, Montreal. Nuclear plant next turn. That'll help tremendously. Okay. This is still moving along. They're still good. Okay. Just checking the happiness in my cities, see if I had an entertainer hiding somewhere.
Building complete.
Okay. Wasting no time, going right back to where I was over here. Vale, especially with all those mountains you have, you do not need these desert hills. Get them switched over. Nice and green looking up here now. Looking a lot better. Benin can reach as far as that. Desert hill I can get rid of. Swamp to drain. Lots of it too. Okay, and that looks like that's going to be it for you. Ibadan, drain that swamp. Flip those over. McCurdy. Those. Oh. Almost. Almost done. 2 more desert tiles, and then I believe I am actually done terraforming. I think that is all of it. The radius of every city I have got. So from there it's going to be improvements, tile improvements. Of which I need quite a few. Ibadan does not need that entertainer. Have a merchant instead. Alright. Next turn. Oof. Alright. I officially have no choice. I have to kill off one of my wonders now. Either that or just stop researching entirely, and I'm not doing that. Because it unlocks the most other things, and because Dinosaur Park kind of covers for robotics, you know. Yeah, I kind of stopped using that anyway. London Exchange. Yeah, I should have been putting extras in Kyoto into science rather than into Galileo's. Rather than to laboring. That was a mistake on my part, actually. But I really did feel like I needed all the production I could get. Alright, here we go. It's robotics time. Galileo's telescope and London Exchange will finally stop working. I will refrain from piracy. Hold on to your butt. Another sea engineer, great. Dun, dun, dun. Dun. Perfect. Get a good look at it moving. Incidentally, if I did do this, because it's been here all along, and I just haven't used it. I've got 5 laborers here right now. Okay, Vancouver. I would like to give Kyoto back that tile now. You can have yourself another laborer. Kyoto. You can work that tile now. Okay. If I were to go max science on Kyoto, yeah, just enough to get everybody fed. 2,872 research points a turn. With all those, buildings built up there. Yeah, this is where Galileo's telescope is sitting, right? Or do I? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I wanted the production. I got the production. Max food. What the hey? Just for old time's sake, because we've got 1 guy left in it. Let's go ahead and staff it for one last turn. For science. In memory of Galileo's telescope, which is about to become obsolete. Vancouver's queue is once again empty. Do I want to go back to... I think I do want to go back to infrastructure for the moment. Yeah, I am going to... Nah, I changed my mind. Build another sea engineer. There we go.
Construction started.
Yeah, and the London Exchange will end. It's all gonna Come down next turn. Ooh. So you are lacking production. Also lacking the recycling plant. You do have an airport, yeah.
Construction started.
Making Q, recycling plant. Mill,
Construction started.
factory, eco-transit, and then you can have the rest. Oil refinery, nuclear plant, and fusion plant is somewhere. And I think I forgot the incubation center again. Yep. That can go here. I will rush by that recycling plant. Got another one. Memphis. Are you ready for... You might be ready for infrastructure. Let me just double check it this way. Yup. Good on you. There we go. 89 happiness at Oryx. Swap that. Revisit its queue real quick. Okay. Benin. We are going to, you to infrastructure as well. Definitely getting there. Yes. Okay. Really starting to shape up here. I will buy that recycling plant in Chimbote. I'll do that for you, sure. Fighting against the tide. Oh, those numbers look so much better. Oh, that's so much better. Turns to next disaster 10. Number keeps going up. Considering Brexit, maybe we can exchange London for a different city. Okay, so I do want to point out one thing here. First off, you may note that I am generating no crime whatsoever. That's because each and every one of my cities is celebrating, so yeah, I don't need courthouses. I will, of course, draw your attention to this number here, this 0 next to maintenance, and it has been 0 for a very, very long time. I am going to now hit end turn for the last time this session. I now have robotics. And, yeah, those are sappers again. So now I can start moving along some other paths. AI surveillance, yeah, the spy plane unit is a cute thing. It just lets you see. It's kind of redundant for me right now. I'd rather keep Globesat. The security monitor is an improvement that, well, frankly, would have been more useful earlier. This, along with a courthouse, is... Yeah, this is the other minus 50% crime building. So that is how you eliminate crime entirely without going to celebrations. A courthouse plus this. This is also a production booster and a pollution reducer. So that is another way that I can sort of top things off. It's another means that I can use to stem pollution tide here. And obviously I will be going for that right now, because I don't want either of those other two. Yes. Galileo's telescope is now obsolete, the London Exchange is now obsolete, and robotics has obsoleted artillery, and cannon, and cavalry. And even the mobile surface-to-air missile, not that I've built any of those. But yeah... 6,823. That is how much gold per turn the London Exchange was giving to me by the end of it all. So you can see why I was doing everything I could to not obsolete that. That is clearly more valuable than even, say, Dinosaur Park in the massive amount of gold that is generating for me. But I did ultimately want to also keep Globesat, and, well, that technological branch wouldn't have led far anyway. Robotics is where most of the remaining techs lie. So that is something I wanted to... That was a conscious decision. It's like, okay, rather than take any of these other sappers, it's time to grab robotics. And that is what I have done. That much less gold per turn. Yeah, that's how big the Linden Exchange is. It is by far the most valuable wonder in the game. But now it has shut off. It no longer functions. Here you go, McCurdy, and that is the last of my terraforming. All the rest of it is good stuff. So now I am going to start dropping tile improvements everywhere, starting with automated fisheries, which became available with robotics, and I also have mega mines available now. Those are totally a thing. So, here you go, Nagoya. Let me upgrade you first and foremost. That would be one turn with the lesser food, but then you'll really start picking up. No, we are not going bankrupt. We still have lots and lots of money. A crap ton of it. As a matter of fact, this is how much money I'm generating Civ-wide each turn. 28,888. That is still a very, very sizable chunk. That is a very, very big number. I should note that when I switch governments, and I will at some point, probably sooner rather than later, I will be reducing how much gold I get per turn. I'm probably going to a virtual democracy. Under a corporate republic, I'm basically getting double gold. You can see that the government bonus matches the per turn. Under a virtual democracy, that's going to be essentially a 75% boost rather than a 100% boost, so I'm going to lose some in that process. As it is, I'm dedicating, 6 per turn per unit of population I'm spending in wages. This is how much I have left over as surplus. I am investing 60% of that into science. That is getting multiplied by 1.8 before it becomes research points under a corporate republic. That's the only government, and I just did the tests on this, that is the only government that has a separate multiplier for research it gets in its cities from scientists and buildings, and research it gets from investing in gold. It actually gets slightly less out of gold than it does in cities. But yeah, this is how much money that this is increasing each turn. It's just, the surplus. I've got nothing else better to do with it. It's getting stockpiled. I'm spending it on rush buying buildings. That is what it is. It's what I got. That is the right spot to build that city. Do it. Yokohama, also underwater. Oh, look at that. You actually wanted to work that because it's more food. But I have a different plan. I am going to put fisheries on the whales. And, just to give you some semblance of production, it's tempting to put an undersea mine on one of the deeper tiles. You can't put it on the light blue. So there's going to be plenty of food to be had. But I wanted to be able to work the whales right away. Let me go ahead and drop. Yeah, 2 should do. 2 should do for now. I'm not quite sure how I want to apportion that out, but definitely do something with it. Okay, that's fine. Looks like I can do a few more, I can't resist. I love the sound effect placing a Megamind makes. Boom. Alright. And then those will be upgraded. We'll be able to compare next turn. But that will be coming next time. Let me just make sure that I've got have laborers instead. More infrastructure. You can have laborers here now as well. They have built a factory for themselves. You make sure they're not about to get themselves into trouble. Okay, alright, they're good. Oh, no, incubation center got built here. Do that. Each of these cities that I've got on infrastructure, I should do a Q check. Oh yes, and I can build the robotic plants now. Yes, I'm glad I thought to do that. The robotic plant is a production booster, and it is unfortunately also a pollution booster. But yes, I will have that problem solved in short order as well.
Construction start.
That is actually not the way I meant to do that. Okay. At this point... Load that. Who else is doing infrastructure? Okay, just to make sure. Yep, you too. I am actually going to do one more big thing before I save this off. Just the one. Yep. Yokohama. Yeah, let's load that up. But... let me also make sure that you have for yourself eco-transit. Since I can't build a... oh, I can build a... that's right. Matter of fact, let me make sure that that's first. And then, put you in there. Oh, and I should have a cathedral after the drugstore. They can start celebrating. Okay. So that's for a new sea colony, and I am just going to rush by that recycling plant because I don't have to sit and wait for it. I don't want to wait for that eco-transit either in these smaller, low-production cities. Let me do the check here. My most polluting city is only a 20 now. That is a lot better. Still on the edge of that, though. At this point, having done all of the terraforming that I can do, I still have plenty of public works to spread around, though. I think I am going to take this opportunity, especially if I'm going to be building robotic plants and risking... yeah, at this point I'm willing to slow my production down, and if I'm willing to do that, then it is time to change governments. Bang! I want a virtual democracy. Enact. Yes. Oh. Suddenly, my sliders all shift to something a lot friendlier, because I am in anarchy for the moment. I'm actually getting penalized in gold each turn, but I can still afford to pay my people. I can't set any science rate, but I am still getting research points. from buildings, although not much. Here's the result of Edison's lab. When Edison's lab gives you a tech, it just straight up gives you the tech. It doesn't cost you any research points. You keep those that you've accumulated and you can apply them to another thing to research. Of the 37,580 I need to get AI surveillance, I possess 80,019. I am overloaded. Now the game will only give you more than one tech on a turn if you have the research for 2 techs built up all at once. But that is something that it in fact can do if given the opportunity. When am I going to wear blue during my stream? What? I do have blue shirts. Alright. So what we have here is the science has definitely slowed to a crawl. You can see these tiny numbers that we've got here. And yeah, a lot less production, multipliers and all that. The numbers that you see on this screen take a turn to update. They do not update automatically. But I could go to any one of those cities, such as Montreal, and view the pollution numbers, and you can see that it's half. Because being in a corporate republic doubles pollution. And that is no longer a thing. You know what? I am actually going to end turn 1. No, I changed my mind. I will do that next time, as I said I would. I will now save it off. Let's see. 24, 23, 80. Let me make sure that I know this is the Twitch game. ITCH. Okay. Here we go. And that is going to be that. I can stay on for a little bit longer. See if there's someone out there in Twitch land worthy of a host, but if you are not so inclined, I will see you later. Take care. Enjoy yourselves. Never forget to play. Catch you next time.